such a treffer. It's such a treffer. Hello. How are you? What are you doing now?
I'm not doing shit. Both my hands are here.
Oh, so weird. No, sorry, this is weird. Sorry. How are you, good sir?
I was fine until you accused me of shit.
No, I didn't. I think there was like a weird thing that something triggered something where it kept swapping. No, that's weird. Anyway, how are you doing? Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Darth Sean. What's crack-a-lackin' in the world of the Darth?
But other than getting blamed for touching a keyboard.
Oh, for the love of God! It was like one blame.
We'll see.
I didn't accuse you of stealing like Steri Stumpy theft, right? Of not Steri Stumpy theft, of like slush puppy theft, right?
I didn't do shit. There, see, that's not me. My hands are here. This is where my hands are. Chill the fuck out.
Oh my God! It's there we go. Thank you. Please. I know who it is, dude. Stop it.
How are you doing it?
Because I see, this is what happens when you give people, like you go like you give people permissions to things and they break it. They mess with things. It's like
Whistler. He blames me for this stuff.
Yeah, we know it's you, Whistler. It's a terrible thing, Whistler. It's a terrible thing. Wait, let's quickly find this. Where's this music? Background. There we go. Oh, damn it. Open KIF. There we go. That's much more better. Cool. Whistler. Good evening, everybody. How is everybody? Good to see everybody's here. Whistler G. You brat. Aurora Light, how's it? Deathbed of a Worm. George, Ghost Stomper, Gavin, Adrian, how are you, sir? Hello, Rock Spiders. So I changed the colors a little bit. Is it like it's a bit darker? What do you guys? It's like a darker purple. It's more frustrating. What do you think? It's not so bright. It's the letters and the words stand out a bit better. I think it's going to help me read. It's probably going to help my dyslexia.
Yeah.
Kevin, how are you? Hey, the Rocky Mork show. No, that's wrong. I'm kidding. Yeah, man, it's awesome. It's great to be back on. And Rip van Janbreek is here. How's it, Rip? Good to see you, sir. Yeah, man. Listen, I've got so many show notes this evening, and Reese. I'm not going to forget Reese. Everybody, hello, evening, everybody, except for Whistler. I don't know what he does.
What Whistler did.
And Chantal. Sorry. You made it black. It would probably help more. I mean, I could. I mean, see, now you've done it. Now let's make it a little bit. How's that? That's even dark. That's cool. What do you think? What do you think, Sean? That looks kiff. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we've decided on colors. Booyakasha. A dark blackish purple, like a tinge of purple. All right, kiff. Thank you, Aurora. Sup, guys? Matthew Dixon in the house. Good evening. So 144 is also here. M&M with down. That's not funny. Actually, it is. And Charmaine, sorry. So I was helping Charmaine back, and for some weird reason, this weird thing happened. So I turned on the thing where it's like only subscribers can comment, right? But Charmaine is a subscriber, plus she's a member. And for some reason, she just couldn't comment. She just couldn't say a single thing. She couldn't type nothing. So YouTube is absolutely broken and trash. But yeah, here we are. Oh, what's going on? Anyway, dude, lots to go through. Where do we start? At the beginning, right? So I was quickly going to pull up one thing, just get a show note ready here. Here we go. Cool. Right. Okay, so we got that. Kiff. Right. So tonight we're talking about. This is Sean. You look so enthusiastic. What Kevin is and Mork is at 1080p. I'm always at 1080p. Sean's at 7. Yeah, Sean's at 720, 480, 720.
He says Darth Sean is still in. Oh, fuck! I didn't want to read it. Fuck you, Kevin.
Remember, we're not allowed to swear until 7 o'clock, and until 8 o'clock.
Don't care. That rule doesn't apply to me.
Yeah, even CR goes, you have a long day. Arbot's in the house. Feeling good. So, oh my God. So sorry, just quick off-topic thing. Whistler shared last night with me and Sean. We are having a quick chat, and Whistler shared some of the images of Arbot fixing a PlayStation, and they were literal. I fucking kid you not. There were little bugs on the motherboard of this PlayStation, and I was thinking, is it one of those? Does a PlayStation come from one of those hoarders' houses? There are those people that just have all the cuck. That's the only thing. That is one of my fears, right? One of my biggest fears I have is to like one day wake up and you're in this house and you can't get out, and it's just a hoarder's house with shit everywhere, just piled to the roof. You know what I would do if like there was a family member and I got like a phone call from like some lawyer going, listen, you've inherited a house and there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. I would take a flamethrower to that. Wait, no, what if there's money? Damn it, that goes my fucking idea. Yeah, no, it's absolutely insane. Darth Sean is sad that his leader is going to prison tomorrow. Yeah, like, because Darth Sean loves Julius. No, you know what? I think. Listen, can I make an assumption, Darth Sean? I bet one of the biggest reasons you do not like Julius Malema is because you can't say country properly.
None of them can say country properly.
None of them.
I mean, if you want, I can go into detail.
Wait, I have a
Everyone knew. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Oh man.
What do you mean, you people?
Well, what I actually mean when I say them or you people, what I'm actually talking about is the
ideology. Is what? I didn't see. Did you make a hand gesture?
I mean, if you want, I could tell you. But we would get cancelled. You get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, let's not try and get cancelled here. Maybe we should start doing things on like what's it called, on Rumble.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So let's get straight into it. So yeah, if you guys haven't heard, so apparently this is a thing. This is the thing. So it's not really a new thing. The government has plans to crack down on podcasts in South Africa. But the first thing when I saw this was I went, why podcasts per se? Why just podcasts? Why not like other things? It's pod? You know why? I thought about it quite long and hard, and I went, you know why it's podcasts? You know why they're obsessed with podcasts, like stuff like this, right? Because it's long form content where we sit down. We rationalize an argument. We try and make an argument. We sit down, and people watch it because it's, you know, even this. This isn't a full-on political show. This is a comedy show where we're open about our opinions. We're straightforward, and we point out and we look at and we analyze the idiocy of the things that government do, and we try and rationalize it, right? And you know what? You know who can't stand things like that? A communist government, because that's not a KIF thing for them. They hate that. They hate people being educated, because that's kind of what happens, right? You're slowly bringing in a little bit of education, a little bit of knowledge, and that was like one of the things I said to Sean when we started doing live streaming. I was going, if I can, I'm not here for money or for fame or any of that shit. I'm here for one reason, because we like talking, and why don't we just do it online? And if by the, you know, if by magical genie wishes, just one person watches this, hates it, and walks away going, wait, and they rethink something, I don't know, silly, like maybe it's a bad idea to steal from people and give that to other people because, you know, that's what the government does. they go, wait, hold on, that's wrong. Or like there's an argument we make about something that the government's done, going, wait, that's not right. Oh, wait, using race laws against people, using racism for good is, you can't really do that because racism is bad, right? So like, maybe something simple like that. That's why they want to, this is why the government's coming up with ideas like this dumb shit, right? You're going to regulate just podcasting. So, just to quickly go through this, the South African government's considering a move to regulate podcast content in the country as it works to finalize the draft white paper on audio visual media services and online safety. There's that special word, Darth Sean, that magic word that makes everything that the government always comes with. Safety.
Fuck.
Bunch of bastards. This is according to Minister of Communications and Digital Technologies, Solly Malatsi. Now, hold on a second. I thought Solly Malatsi was a DA guy. What?
Hello there.
He was a DA guy.
At Matty
Matthew
Dixon
Dixon,
has
thank you, good
become a
sir.
member. Sent you and gift via DM on
Thank you.
Discord Mork. Upside down face emoji.
Oh, upside down face emoji. Okay, well, okay, cool. Just remind me a little bit later, Matthew, and we'll get to that. I promise. So yes. So going back to this. This is absolutely dizzy. Malatsi is responding to a parliamentary question from EFF. It's amazing that they can even pose and phrase questions. Added that the podcast content isn't under the scope of South Africa's communications regulator either. The possible regulation of podcast content specifically is currently under consideration to whether it should form part of the white paper, the draft white paper, said the minister said. This will not curtail freedom of expression, except where the Constitution permits under Section 36. He added that the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development has separately published a draft regulation of hate speech and hate crimes. Yeah, I remember this. This was from last year, where I think it was, May last year. Here we go, April last year, where they're coming up with new things because they're going to regulate you more. That's pretty much what they want to do. Whistler, thank you, good sir. Just smiley faces, thank you. We don't do stripper chats here. He added that the Department of Justice and the Constitutional Development has separately published a draft regulation on hate speech and hate crimes. This is the first time South African government has proposed regulating podcast content. The last came in 2020, April 2025. Okay, now this minister, I can't pronounce her name. Kaslela Diko, chair of the Portfolio Committee. More on her now. Chair of the Portfolio Committee on Communications and Digital Technology said we need to regulate such content.
Hello there.
We need to regulate such
Atwisillic
content.
has become a member. Smiley face emoji. Upside down face emoji. Smiley face emoji. Upside down face emoji. Smiley face emoji. Upside down face emoji. Smiling face with hearts emoji. Injured face emoji.
Thanks, Whistler. Great. Thank you for helping me while I try and read my kryptonite. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate it. The issue of regulating podcasts and over the top. Wait, so is that right? Yeah. The issue of regulation, the regulation of podcasts and over the top services has been a matter that has preoccupied the committee since its establishment in 2024. I wonder. The Broadcasting Act, which regulates broadcast media, is as old as 1999, and the Electronic Communications Act is old as 2005. She also highlighted that the finalization of the audio and visual, fuck me, whatever that is, policy is long overdue. Self-regulation is an option. Whatever that thing, the audio-visual fucking policy aims to modernize South Africa's broadcasting regulation so that
Hello
digital
there.
content providers meet
That Charmaine H
requirements.
has become a member. Hi 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 hi.
Thank you, Charmaine. You guys really aren't helping, but I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Fuck my life. As a result, I lost my place. Thanks, guys. Digital platforms like so here we go. This would bring content such as podcasts and digital content platforms like YouTube into a regulatory scope of the South African government. They want to regulate it, but why? But why do they? The Broadcasting Act of 1999, its current form, defines media as okay. Well, this is just like explaining what it is. As a result, South Africa has opted for mostly self-regulated system, partially supported by state legislation. For example, several print media houses have come together to form the Press Council. Yeah, great work that's done. That's really stopped, I don't know, companies like News Media and IOL Online and places
Hello there.
to do shit, right?
Afri van Janbeek has become a member.
Reep van Janderbrak. They've really done a lot to do that, but it kind of reminds me of when the banking sector in the US created. They literally wrote the laws before the government could do it. So the media houses just created their own laws, which they don't even keep to. So I don't know what the point is. And the issue is that there are already certain regulatory procedures that we have to follow, right? Those are implemented by YouTube. Like there's certain things that we can't do. There's certain things that we can't say. That's why like every time we use certain words, we have to use the word grape instead of the hard R, because, you know, you can get demonetized. You not demonetized, you can get kind of shadow banned if you use it too often. Stuff like that, right? These things already exist. The fact that I said my video content, that it's not made for children. It's made for adults because it's political content and it's entertainment and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? We're already doing these things, but it's because the thing at the end of the day, it's got nothing to do with any of the horse shit that they're writing here. Absolutely nothing. Let me just read to the end and we see where this goes, because it's absolutely frightening. This is much like the Broadcasting Complaints Commission, which regulates radio, TV, and broadcast in the country. We're saying the government needs to extend the scope of Broadcasting Complaints Commission to include platforms such as those that include podcasts, basically YouTube. Ask whether regulating podcast content could infringe on the right of freedom of expression in South Africa and stifle digital creativity. Dicko, I don't even know how to pronounce the name, said these claims couldn't be further from the truth. The thing about the head of Dicko, whatever her name is, we're going to come to that now. It's quite interesting. We believe in and always protect the constitutionality enshrined right of freedom of expression, Dicko said. But we also, but as we do, we also have an obligation to protect the rights of people who use these podcast platforms. Like, protect them how? Like, this is the insane part about this. Like, how are they protecting them? Like how? It's insane. You're right there, Sean.
Getting frustrated.
I know. So am I. I promise you, we're almost through this. But as we do, we have an obligation. Aside from regulating podcasts, here we come to the meat of the matter. Aside from regulating podcasts, the AAVCS policy proposes that streaming services with an annual turnover of 50 million must obtain a South African operating license. Right there it is. There it fucking is. That's all they want. It's all about the money. But the most insane part to me is this. The last sentence. It also proposes that local content quotas be imposed on large streaming platforms, and if they can't meet that quota, they must contribute to a fund for local content creation. It's like, I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do that. And I kind of thought about it, and it's going like, that's a weird thing to demand. You want a content quota of like South African stuff. I think we chatted about this the other night. I mean, how would you do that? How would you regulate content from South Africa? Because if you think about how the algorithm works, like your algorithm, my algorithm on YouTube are completely different, Sean. Do you consume fucking South African content? No. What do you like? What is the stuff that you watch on YouTube?
Like I do a lot of food porn, like that's my thing. And I do like trailers, especially trailers and anything about games. Like that's my
So-
content. Yeah.
and
Every now and then
how-
I'll do like a whatever podcast or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
But like I enjoy the shorts. I don't like the long ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. And then anything
I mean,
funny.
like-
Anyone like any fat person falling is just gold.
Now the thing is, like, now imagine YouTube comes along, and now what my algorithm, every now and again it pops up with stuff that's, you know, things that are within the scope of the stuff I watch. For example, I watch a lot of Mauler, right? I love Mauler, I love EFAP, Andrew Wilson. Let's take Andrew Wilson as an example, right? There is no Andrew Wilson in South Africa. There is no one that does that. No one does debate in this country. So what are you going to recommend to me? Are you going to recommend, like, you know, some bullshit about somebody cooking, or like, you know, like what, like what? Like, I mean, that's the stuff I'm into. They like certain things that aren't covered in this country. Now you're going to recommend certain things to me. I don't want my algorithm sort of. I don't want them to put their finger on the scale when it comes to that. It's really annoying. And also, who gets to decide? So what is it like? I mean, there's a part of it that I'm going like, okay, cool. It would be nice if like people in the country are watching and like they kind of try and promote South African stuff that's maybe within your genre, right? So maybe if there's a guy doing movie reviews and there's a South African dude doing it, maybe that could be recommended to you. But at what rate though? That's the issue. And I think when I went through the draft, I skimmed through the draft paper, and the draft paper, like, they want something like 30%. They want 30% to be like sort of promoted. Like if you're watching all the stuff that gets recommended to you, 30% of that needs to be South African stuff. But now, what if there isn't anybody that's doing, like, I don't know, like there's a lot of people that play games, but like how many gaming companies on this country that like do game trailers? Not much, right?
Right, but hold on now. Like, because they want to promote South African content, right?
Say again.
They want to promote South African content.
They want you. Well, again, I don't even
Wait,
think they want to promote South African content.
Okay, all right.
To South African consumers.
Okay, all right.
Because
So,
yeah.
do you think Ronaldo's going to get promoted?
Fuck no.
Do you think we're going to get promoted?
Fuck no.
Okay, so that breaks down what is
Yeah,
what they want. It comes back to control.
exactly.
I want to feed you this type of. They try to do the same thing with Netflix. Oh, you know, there's not a lot of South African programs. Who the fuck watches South Africa? When's the last time you watched SABC?
No, I haven't. I don't.
I'd
have
rather
not.
take my balls and scrape it over a fucking cheese grater than watch anything on SABC. I'll take a pew pew and just. I'd rather do that.
Yeah, no. But that's the thing. But you know what they're doing, and that's the thing with Netflix. They propose the same horseshit with Netflix. They're going on, well, you need to push South African content. Going, but like, wait, but there is none, right?
Yeah.
No. But if there isn't, then you've got to pay to have some made. And it's like, how are you going to pay? Like, another part that just confuses me. Do you know how much video footage gets uploaded to YouTube every second of every day? If I'm not mistaken, and this is a couple of years ago, they said something like 100 hours. I think it's something ridiculous like it. 100 hours of footage gets uploaded to YouTube every second of every day. And you want people. What if, like, I'm into some weird niche thing like bird watching? Now you want them to promote it. I mean, the thing is, if there's something that gets promoted in my feed that I'm not really interested in, I don't look at it. I go, not interested, and I click the thing so that I don't get bombarded. I don't want random stuff. I'm one of those people where I don't like a music algorithm. I prefer to listen to the shit I like listening to. That's just how I am. Like, for example, I must say, like, I have been kind of bought over by the concept of TikTok, right? Because where the algorithm is a little bit like, if something's trending, then yes, it's trending, then you can click on it. But the thing is, what's going to get promoted? It's going to be the news station in South Africa. It's going to be, you know, and again, it's going to come down to the The fuck just happened there?
Who got disconnected? Was it me or was it you? I hope it was you.
No, I don't know. I just got to instantly.
The chat will probably side with you. Oh no, Sean got disconnected.
No. We both got disconnected. I got dipped and then it came back. I don't know what that was. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe there's a bit of a network query.
Shh, we're being censored. We're being censored.
There we go. Exactly.
It's already started.
It's big SABC got Mork. Let's just go through some of the contents. It wasn't me, I promise. I don't trust you anymore. Okay, bye, Mork.
Wait, while you go through the comments, pull up that article again. Just go to that section where they talk about.
Let me do that
yeah, but I want to read that while you read the comments.
Okay, cool. Go for it. I'll pull it up. Sorry, guys. I'm AJM. I'm going to go through the comments now. Don't go, AJM. It's just another thing they will fail at. Nothing to worry about. That's also really true, because I don't think they're not going to be able to manage it. How do you manage it? Like, what do you go? Like, you're going to dictate to YouTube? What's YouTube going to go? YouTube makes more money in a minute than the country does in a year. I'm just going like with ad revenue. I mean, YouTube is global. It's fucking Google, right? What are they going to do? They're not going to be able to. And the only reason they're doing this is they're doing this for this little part of a year. They want this thing, and then they want this thing, the quota thing. And the only reason they're dictating the quota thing is because there's a fund connected to it. And you know what? They're going to start a fucking committee, and they're going to be on the committee, and they're going to go, well, it doesn't feel like. And how do you even measure it, right? How would you measure that shit? Like, how would you measure that, like, this stuff isn't happening? That's insane, right? There's no way to do that.
I love this piece. They go, so asked whether regulating podcast content could infringe on the right of freedom of expression, right? And then his response is, no, we believe in and will always protect the constitutionally enshrined right to freedom of expression. Wait. But
there we go.
We also have the obligation to protect the rights of other people who use these podcast platforms. Okay, let's just hypothetically, just quickly, you're busy talking about something. Yeah. I don't like it. Do you know what I do?
Yeah.
I'm done. That's what I do. That's how it's quick.
But this is the thing, because
this is censorship with extra steps. Like
100%. I just want to read this comment here. Dagbreker says here, the SABC should become more competitive. Yeah, but they can't. They can't be competitive because, dude, what they're producing is trash. They can't compete on a Netflix level and all this stuff. Like that's why they brought out the TV license years ago. Oh no, the TV license was, I think, before that. I think the apartheid government brought in the TV license, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember.
But at the time, the TV license was great. Okay, you're using it. But also remember, back in the day, you had some really good shows. Like, what was that other one, that Afrikaans show that I absolutely love? What's that? The where they make, it's the policeman. That's the one.
Yeah.
That shit was funny, man.
That's it's very Afrikaans of you, Sean. Like, that's not cool. But wait, the comment. That's why all their actors have lost many jobs. But it's the same thing with the South African, like the SAMRO. It's the amount of money that they've stolen from actors. They take it and they just squander it. Every single institution that government is part of is an absolute fuck up. It's a fuck up from everywhere. It's just there is nothing good about it. They couldn't manage a cup of warm pee-pee.
But I mean, if you look about it, they brought out the TV license, right?
Yeah.
Then realized, okay, should people aren't what? Okay, now DSTV came out, right? And people weren't doing the normal SABC because I can get DSTV, so I'd rather pay for DSTV, right? Then what are we going to implement? So we're going to implement the TV license if you need to buy a TV.
Yeah.
So now you need a TV license to buy television.
And what are the stats on the TV license? Something like 80% of people aren't paying their TV license. They've literally physically boycotted it. I mean, like, you still have it. It's like you could have fucking ended it at like 5 years ago. Just go like, guys. But you know what they're doing also when it comes to the TV license? They're going to go they're not even willing to let it go because it's fucking money, right? It's always about the money. They now want to add that to your rates and taxes. Well, there's just another little thing. Another thing we want to add to it so that we can get more, we can tap more money out of you. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And I've got a little thing lined up for what has happened in all of this horseshit. Sorry, it's like, Jesus, so many comments, guys. Let me just quickly go through some of the comments. Isak says that Mark my dink aan Byron F-bomb it. It was funny. Oh, sorry. The e-tolls on, it's e-tolls on steroids. Correct. AJM. The thing is that AJM says here. The thing is that the SABC feeds the main market. Yeah, feeds the main market mainly. None of us fall under that. Yeah, that is also true. So we find the entertainment info elsewhere. But that's cool. But like, listen. But you should opt in, right? Why didn't they just make the SABC a subscription service where it's like cheap vibe, right? You can pay online or something at a cheap thing. But the thing is, I don't think enough people will do that. If you look at the majority of people, okay, I know this is going to be a cuck analogy, and like I might sound like a bit of a dickbag, but you know one thing that I notice every time I go to the airport? Do you know what I noticed when I go there, Dotron?
Tell me.
And I noticed the satellite dishes on like the informal settlements and the amount of satellite dishes there are. Like the majority of these people probably aren't even watching SABC. I don't think the SABC even has like, I don't know if they could give us an actual rating. I remember back in the day, the ratings, the viewership rates that they would give is thumbsucked, right? Like how do you prove it? Because it's broadcast. It's not like DSTV or like Netflix where you can see there's how many active users there are. Maybe this is an interesting thing that we can chat to like Whistler about. Like, how do you actually fucking physically monitor that? You can't. They thumbsuck this bullshit. Do you know what I mean? And I remember back in the day with advertising, they would go like, oh, well, we get X amount of viewers. And it's like, no, you don't. How do you know this? There's no way that you could see how many devices are connected to your TV station if they haven't flicked through or some shit like that. Ronaldo. Co-sent us. Ghost sent Ronaldo Ghost. Thank you, good sir. Much appreciated, bro. Welcome, dude. And welcome to the Voortsekkers. Thank you. Thank you for sending the peeps over, dude. We're having a discussion about this crackdown on podcasts. And you're going to be next, dude. You're going to be next. Just to reiterate that last part where it's like, they're going to be quota system to pose the stuff. And you made a great point, though, Sean. Like people like Ronaldo, people like us, people like, I don't know, anybody that has an alternative voice opposed to the government is not going to get recommended. We don't get recommended fucking now. I mean, I think I'd get recommended. I don't know, like, I recall I was never recommended Ronaldo's channel ever when I wasn't a subscriber. It never popped up in my feed. I met him through like watching, I don't know, it was who was it? It was Germ, or it was The Morning Shot or something. Like I saw one or two of his videos, but it never popped up. Stuff that never got popped up to me was you know, content like that. They just don't do it. They're not going to. They're never going to. It's going to be the mainstream media. They're going to fucking forward News 24. And you know what's a little funny thing? There's one funny thing about this. Can you remember who has been carrying on about podcasters for the last 6 to 9 months? Chat, can you guys name the organization that has been non-stop carrying the fuck on about podcasters for the last month? I'll give you guys a clue. I'll give you guys a small clue. The South African government, the pension fund invests heavily into this company. Can you guys guess? Can you guys guess who the organization is that's kind of who I think is behind this narrative horseshit? Can you guys guess? It starts with an N. There we go. Aurora, number 1, first. Yes. Isn't it just absolutely funny how those things just coincidentally happen to line up, right? They've been bitching about podcasters for years. And you know why News 24 is bitching about it? Because they're taking away their viewership. You know what the funny thing is? I think we mentioned this last time when we were doing the thing. They had, what was it? Not the finance report. It was one of those like those things that you know, the president came out and gave a speech. I think it was the finance report last year, or one of those things. You know, one of those things. I remember going online, going to Ronaldo. Ronaldo was live streaming it, And I went to News 24, and News 24, I think, had like 4,000 people watching, and Ronaldo had like, I think, 15,000 people watching it. And that's why they hate it. Because you know what? People will rather sit down and go, okay, cool. Here's the people that like, we're going to take the article and we're going to kind of like maybe dissect it, go into it a little bit, and not tell you that this is the fucking truth and this is how it is. We're going to go read it for yourself. This is our opinion on it. But News 24 comes up and goes, no, this is the gospel. We are right. Biden counted 14. What did I do now?
Just a question. Does it reset?
No. Do you want me to reset it?
Well, I mean, so the Biden count, since you've implemented it's at 14.
Yeah, I can do a vibe where it resets after every show.
I mean, that would be nice. Otherwise, you just kind of look like a moron.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, you know, like a month from now, it's going to be like 7,600 Biden counter.
What's the saying? No to resetting the counter.
It's all about the money. That Aurora, you're completely right. It was all about the money. The funny thing is that the podcasters would be promoting them if they spoke the truth. That's oh my God, you're 100% correct. I watched Ronaldo's channel last night, and was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. And he pointed out that there was a news organization that sent him a little hamper, just a thank you hamper for, you know, just being a cool person. And it's a bit of marketing. And yes, maybe he is being bought by mainstream media, but like, that's the thing. It's like, if you weren't a bunch of lying bastards, we would go, listen, great article, look what these guys are doing. But if you have a complete record of just lying every single time, you go after people like Jan Bride, go look, just do yourself a favor. You can go to News 24 to X account right now and go look at the views on there. They've got an average view rate of how many people look at their stuff. And it's not even close. It doesn't come even of a fraction close to, like, for example, if you go to Ronaldo's channel and look at what like his views are doing, it doesn't come even an inch close to that. That's why they're fucking panicking, because it's not just Ronaldo. There's there's Stefan Zede, there's us, there's everybody doing. There's Morning Shot. People are pushing and talking about news, and there's content, independent journalists. We're going, you know, this is our thoughts on it. No one's going, oh, well, we're the God awful. We're like the complete and utter truth and trust us. And then, like, you know, you've got News 24 coming out, going, these people don't do any research. It's like, yeah, but we're not that. We're commentators, right? But you are losing to us, not us, you know, us, the metaphorical us. So, yeah, I just wanted to, for the love of God, my chair is doing funny. Oh, there we go. It's fine. I just wanted to point out this, which was actually hilarious. So, check this out. Okay, wait. This is an article from IOL. It's not really that important. Just wanted to double check something. I think they do also mention it. This is the article from. This is from last year. This is from 8 months ago. So I just thought I'd quickly share this. This is where it initially came up. Podcast regulation in South Africa. I think they mentioned the vibe here. Did they? I remember reading through this. So, oh yeah, so to this. This is the...
The Parliamentary Committee on Communications has raised serious concerns about the unregulated growth of podcasts, warning of a legal vacuum that could...
Just listen to that. The unregulated growth of podcasts.
Yeah, but they want money from this.
Money, money, money. Where's my money song now? Yep, that's what they want.
Enable harmful content to spread unchecked. This follows public...
So wait, would you consider us to be harmful content, though, Sean?
I fucking hope so.
I hope so. I'm harmful content. You know what? Yeah. I think we're harmful content. Harmful for communism, yeah. That we're super harmful for communism. Super.
Backlash over controversial and derogatory remarks made by MacGyver MacG Mukwebo and his co-hosts on his popular show, Podcast and Chill with MacG last week. Parliament's Communications Committee Chairperson Kusela Diko joins us now for more on this conversation. Kusela, thank you so much for your time this evening here on SABC News. Now, I mean, there has been a major storm on online social media, particularly when it comes to some of the comments that were made by MacG and his co-hosts on his podcast, certainly raising the alarm when it comes to the regulation of online media and podcasts.
Yeah, good evening, Bailey. Thank you so much for having me on your program, and good evening to your viewers as well. Indeed, there's been a lot of backlash on the comments that were made.
Again, you know what you can do. This is what you said, Nana. Just turn it off, right? You don't have to watch that. Like, oh my God, there's harmful content. Oh, how do I stop that from happening?
What do you do?
You don't click on it. You don't fucking click on it.
You turn on. There's a net whatever. You're watching a movie. Yeah, I don't really like this movie. What do? Do you carry on watching it? No, you stop and go. I don't want to watch this. This is stupid.
Yeah, what's that one comedian? He goes, yeah, I heard somebody say something about the Lord, and then the next day I had leprosy. It's like, that's not how it works. Nothing happens to you if you hear something you don't agree with. Nothing. Like whatever magnitude. Oh my God, I heard.
It comes back to those people that I don't like what he's saying. I got to go out my way to make sure that no one else listens to him as well because I don't like him.
No, but yeah, again, 100% correct. That is, I mean, like, again, just want to read this. You can't really assume that everybody who reads News 24 believes what they read. No, that's 100% true. That discounts the fact that people who think for themselves, that discounts the fact that people can think for themselves. Their lack of numbers kind of supports that. No. Completely agree with you, dude. I'm not saying that everybody who reads News 24 believes it. I completely. I think the majority of people are reading it. Like, I know a couple of people that are subscribed to News 24, and they do it because they report on this shit, right? That doesn't mean they believe it. Like, I completely with you on that one. Let's see here, Chantal. It's the same group that labels for stupid people. But that's the thing. Like, imagine you're watching what's that movie, Django Unchained, and all of a sudden you hear Leonardo DiCaprio say the N-word. Oh no! Do you know what happens? You can either turn it off, or you could just pretend like it was fine, or you go like, oh, like this is. Why does I don't understand why that somehow is okay. Like, that's cool. Like, if you hear a rapper say the word, that's totally cool. And this is the thing, if you heard a rap song and you didn't know the guy was white or black, and you heard it and he was like, oh, there's a cool rap song, and you were black, right? Does that offend you at that point? Do you somehow offended, or you just go like, if you perceive him to be black, you're totally cool.
You know what happens when you get offended?
Wait, but like, you find out later that it was a white guy, or are you suddenly transported into some kind of like state of panic and distress because now you know, and it's like how the fuck does that work? That's so insane. It's such an insane argument. It's like, it's Todd logic. So like, that is now going to this is hateful content that I'm saying here. I'm denying the dignity of people who heard a bad word, but somehow it's fine when Leonardo DiCaprio says in a movie where someone makes an analogy or something like that on YouTube. Oh my God, how dare they? How fucking dare they? Obviously, they don't know where the fucking like the skip button is, or the like unsubscribe button. It's insane. I click this channel all the time and I feel harmed. Isak says Wilbur Smith het 'n boek geskryf, Rage. Dit het net fuck, I'm so terrible. Dit het al die goed in. Even Robert McRock se grootte. Isak, I'm terrible at Afrikaans. These people want to control the internet. They are typical non-technical assets trying to use technology and do not understand it all. Philip, that's 100% correct. They don't understand the thing they want to regulate. They have no concept of how it works. They just, all they see is they go, YouTube. You know what we want? That's it. That's fucking all it is. That's all they see. They see YouTube and they go, how can we cash in on YouTube? That's all that they're doing. That's the only thing that they're doing. I don't actually want to play the rest of this because it's
by MACG. But I think for ourselves as a portfolio committee, the issue is not so much about MACG, but what it does is to put a razor sharp focus on the issue of podcasts. Now, these are discussions that we have been having in the portfolio committee, and as I say, they just come into attention now because of the current furor around MACG.
that literally scares me so much, that there are people that are taxpayer money funds that are sitting in behind closed doors having discussions about how they can control the shit that we watch and how they can profit off of it. That's it. Beadness. Hey, explicit. Hello. So yeah, that's I mean, yeah.
Let me tell you why this issue is important, Bali. In South Africa, you have over 3.2 million people who engage with podcasts on a weekly basis. Now, that is the size of our biggest radio stations. I saw a report from PwC not so long ago, which estimated this number could rise to as much as 19 million. So you are talking about platforms that have a huge reach, and because they have a huge
What? How, it could rise to 90 million, like double the population, right? Okay, sure.
reach, they also have a lot of influence.
She doesn't know how math works, right? Or she doesn't know what the population is of South Africa. Sorry, sorry, pet peeve.
As much as 19 million. So I saw a report from PwC not so long ago, which estimated this number could rise to as much as 19 million. So
from 3 million to 90 million in South Africa.
19.
Oh, okay, my bad.
You are talking about platforms that have a huge reach, and because they have a huge reach, they also have a lot of influence. Now, they operate in what we have said is a regulatory gray area. The legislation that we currently have, it's outdated. I mean, the broadcasting industry is governed by the
Okay, I couldn't give a shit anymore. I can't listen. I can just bear it for a minute more.
Broadcasting Act of 1999. The broader sector, ICT sector, is governed by the Electronic Communications Act of 2005. And I'm sure you'll appreciate that when these laws were created, you did not have online media of the size that we do today. You did not have media that operates across borders. And therefore, it's important that our legislation is updated to be able to respond to the current challenges. And what we've been raising with the Minister of Communications in particular is that where you need to start is to accelerate the completion of the audiovisual policy.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I like it comes down to control. It 100% comes down to control. And this is exactly this. Yeah, this is the exact reason. This is the exact reason right here. We saw the last US election, how influenced podcasters was. This is the one reason. This is the thing that people don't understand about Charlie Kirk. The fact that Charlie Kirk influenced so many people, he literally, like they said that he literally flipped the election for Trump with the younger vote, right? And this is what they're scared of. This is what News 24 is scared of. This is what the government is scared of. I mean, they're literally in panic stations right now. Look what they did in the last election. They've gone completely. They're losing so hard, and they don't know what to do. And again, the amount of power they have left is fleeting, right? They're losing power. Look at the ANC's power right now. They're down to what, like under 50%. They don't know lower of a majority. They're basically fucked, right? So they're going to try and implement this now before the next election because they need to do something. And the only problem is like, where's the DA going? Oh well, fuck this shit. Like we're not going to put like restraints on people's, independent voices, and that's an issue. That's a major issue here. I do want to actually point out something really funny about our little the guest we have the head of the portfolio committee for communications. Yeah, check this out. Quite funny. So this is just Wikipedia, right? Kaleso Diko, she used to be the spokesperson for the South African president, blah, 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 blah. She left she resigned in 2015, and then in 2018 she resigned, and then she came back into it in 2022. COVID procurement scandal? Well, that's funny. That's what happened there? Pandemic, took a leave of absence, presidency pending the outcome. So in July 2020, during a COVID pandemic, Deco took a leave of absence from the presidency pending the outcome of an investigation into her husband's involvement in state contracts. That sounds like, what's that word again? Oh yes, corruption. Again, every single rock you look under when it comes to the presidency, when it comes to the government, it's corruption. Deco was replaced by, so if she did nothing wrong, why was she replaced? Yet now she's back and she's the head of the portfolio committee. Are you fucking joking? Are you absolutely? Deco was replaced by Tyrone Sele as the acting capacity of the Special Investigations Unit, investigating the allegations. The SIU ultimately found that the 43 million worth of contracts had been awarded to Royal Butter and irregularly and at inflated prices. So did nothing wrong. She gets suspended, and somehow she's back. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing how this country is run. Absolutely insane. Yeah, these are the people. These are the wonderful people thinking of ways how to focus on money. That's what it is. Corruption cadre. There we go. Fuck off. Tender. It's so insane. Minister of Communication. Yeah, the Minister of Communication is DA. This chick is the head of the portfolio committee for communications and blah 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 something. Yeah, dude, it's I can't. You can't make the shit up. You can't fucking make it up. It's insane. Yeah, I don't know. Can you see the comments? Yes, of course, Charmaine. I can see your comments. Hello. Were you not able to comment now? I saw it. Yes. Did I miss one? 144 says we don't need to have a look under rocks. They do it while you watch. That's so true. That's fucking true. Yeah. So honestly, like I think this is just another cash grab. That's all it is, dude. I can't see any way around it. It is a form of control. They want to try and limit what people are saying online because people get to be honest. People share their opinions. I don't know how that's harmful or hateful. Yes, they are going to be. Sometimes you're going to hear something that you might not agree with. Somebody's going to say a mean thing. They're going to use a naughty word. Again, there are mechanisms to deal with that shit, right? If someone comes online, if I go and say some really meanful, hateful things, racist shit, there are mechanisms where you can go to the fucking, what do you call it, the South African Black Human Rights Commission, and you can lay a charge against me, and they will take all the tax money that they get from the government, and they'll take me to jail or take me to court, like what they did with Ronaldo, because they're super fair. They really care about people's human rights. Well, some people's human rights, not all people's human rights. They're a bunch of dickbags. But I don't know if I can say that, right? Did you miss my comments? George, no, I didn't. Did you see the ones made before that you can see the what? No, I'm not.
Sea cucumber. Fuck.
Why are you doing sea cucumber?
You said, did I miss any comments? It's in abbreviations. That's what you said. He's laughing at your comment, not.
I missed it. Sorry, I'm thinking about.
She said, throw up the comment on the screen.
But that was before. Her comment was before that. The one that George posted was afterwards.
Read it again.
Did you see the ones I made before can you see the comment? Yes, I did. I did see the ones before, Charmaine. Let's see. Yeah, I think they're there. What did you do? Were you playing around? Did you unsubscribe and resubscribe? I mean, it could have been that. Let's see. I think they're here. Let me just double check. Well, let me just look at the top one. I think so. Charmaine. I think so. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how far back it was, Charmaine. Anyway, let's see. Okay. Well, I think we're covered with that. I mean, I think this is a complete, absolute shit show. It's pointless. It's control. It's the government just wanting to cash in on stuff. It's money. All it is fucking money. Nothing more than that. Again, I don't think, and I kind of agree with, I think what, who was it that said it? Was it AJM? Going like the fact that they're not going to be able to even fucking function or be able to run this in any way. They're going to throw some shit at YouTube. The only downside I see with it is going, like, what if they come and they go, okay, cool, well, you know, YouTube is going to go like, well, no, we're not going to pay for this. Get fucked, right? They're not going to do that. They're going to pass that cost on to us. That's what they're going to do. You're not shadow banned. We see you. Hello. They're just going to pass that cost on to us, and that's the only downside of this. And I hope YouTube just goes, no, fuck you, get fucked, right? And they can do it because they've got the money. They can go just like, screw you. What are they going to do? Block YouTube? We'll just use fucking like every country that's trying and done that. Like, you can't block shit. Get fucked, man. To picking on Charmaine. I know Charmaine's been having massive issues with YouTube. It's dude, you're like, yeah. Maybe what you should try, Charmaine, is to log out and log back in of your YouTube. Now my comments got removed by oh hectic. Sorry, babes. Right. So next thing on the card, I wanted to play you guys this. So tomorrow is going to be a really fun day. If you guys you remember what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow's a good day for everybody. It's going to be a nice day. I hope some good shit happens tomorrow.
You say that now.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, I'm not actually worried for 1 inch of a second. I don't think anything hectic is going to like go down. I don't think so. And I thought it was maybe just a good idea. Let's just go back in memory lane to see why tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. Totally a fake gun, right? That's totally a fake gun. That's the sound a fake gun makes. That's definitely the sound a fake gun makes. But yeah, this is why Uncle Julius is going tomorrow's sentencing day. So happy sentencing day to you, Sean. Happy sentencing day to everybody in the chat. I hope it's a good day. I really hope it's a good day. I hope that he actually gets properly sentenced. I'm sorry, like maybe like, you know, like maybe even not hectic, maybe like 24 months in jail, not just a fine. Like, I mean, I think as far as I know, if he gets found guilty, he has to leave his position in Parliament. I found this article just that speculates that what exactly could happen if Julius. Well, I mean, he's found guilty already, so the sentencing takes place. I don't know why this has a. That stadium looks empty. So yeah, so Julius Malema sentencing could reshape EFF leadership in Parliament. Legal expert Ulrich Ruh says court will weigh in aggravating and mitigating factors before deciding on the appropriate sentence. The three main factors that the court will consider are the personal circumstances of the accused. Personal circumstances. He's super well off, and he's got a shit ton of money. I don't know. I don't know what that personal circumstances is. Maybe you know what's going to happen. He's probably going to come out tomorrow. He's going to announce that he maybe has AIDS and he can't go to jail, or maybe he can then, because a lot of people don't have AIDS. I don't know. Three main factors include personal circumstances of the accused. Then, secondly, the severity of the offense. You shot a live gun. How many shots is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5. Straight up into the air in like a crowd of people. That's against the law. You can't do that. And thirdly, the message that it sent out to society. Yeah, don't take guns and shoot them in the air. Then again, I have such zero faith in our justice system in this country. So I don't know. I'm assuming this is what I'm assuming. I'm assuming he's going to get a slap on the wrist. To be in all honesty, I think he might just get a slap on the wrist. But one of the outcomes for major political consequences, any MP sentenced more than 12 months in prison without the option of a fine loses their seat in Parliament. Like, I would love that one, right? That one sounds like a KIF one. I would love him to lose his seat in Parliament. Also, I would love prisoners not to be able to vote. I think that's the next one we can do. Hopefully, Groenewald could sort that one out for us. But yeah, dude, I don't think anything's going to happen. I think he's going to get slapped on the wrist. I'm sure that he's had some people come to him, like went to the judge going, listen here, don't do it. They threatened her with violence. They maybe threatened her with, well, if you do this, there's going to be all outrage. I mean, I saw videos of people on aeroplanes flying to go there to the protest tomorrow. I'm sure the EFF has spent every fucking single cent that they have to bus people up there in order to make a massive song and dance about it outside to oppose the fact that he goes to jail. And I think just on the basis of that they should then, should prisoners get NHI? Fuck no, Whistler. Well, wait, wouldn't that would fuck? Yeah, no, I think they should, because the NHI would be so bad they'd probably die. If you had a cold and you'd have to go to the National Health Insurance Fund, you'd end up dying, I think. So maybe. But again, I really don't think anything can happen. I can hope, right? I have the same amount of hope as that 2 or 3 times in my life where I bought a lotto ticket and I was like, I'm going to win the 150 or the 200 million. I have the same amount of hope that anything's going to fucking happen to him. I don't think it is. I'm sure that Cyril, maybe Cyril made a phone call, maybe not Cyril, but they went, listen, we don't want to cause violence, because you know what's going to happen. They will definitely try and be violence. They've probably briefed their supporters going, if shit goes down, start throwing shit and break shit. And you know it's probably going to happen. I mean, look what happened with Zuma. I don't think he's got Zuma's following, but you know. And yeah, I think he should get it. And then if people start rioting and shit, lock them up. Bring some Caspers, bring the military, have the O's there. Just be prepared for it. The last thing you want is the government to destroy your bank account and everything you have access to because of digital ID in like China. Fuck that. No, I agree with that. But yeah, I honestly don't think shit's gonna happen with Julius. I think it's one of those things where it's like we've been waiting for nothing. Again, I could be wrong. I've never had an issue with being wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm fucking wrong. But again, I don't think for 1 inch per second it's gonna happen. Yeah, I just don't know. Thoughts, Darth Sean? Would you like him to go to jail?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
No, I'd love him to go to jail. Do the prisoners get more weight than the traditional leaders? The prisoners get more than the traditional leaders. They get a salary of 1.3. Jeez, yeah, that's. But the thing is also, it's like he doesn't just get that salary, right? He gets the parliamentary salary, and then he also gets paid by the EFF. The same with John Steenhuisen. John Steenhuisen gets a ministerial salary, and then he gets paid by the DA. It's like that's why his ass got so fat, right? Yeah, I have absolutely disdain for politics and for politicians. Like the idea that, you know, the one thing that I can't, like the one thing that fucks me off the most is the fact that you have an entire group of people that are funded by stealing from people. And somehow, if you vote for a thing, if you vote for theft, if me and Sean had to vote to take Gavin's stuff, it's somehow legal. That's insane, right? But that's what politics is. That's what voting is. That's what fucking democracy is. It's an unjust fucking terrible system. I'm just not into it. I think it's terrible. Wait, you should see the flying saw. What? Why should people fly in sway of the sentencing? Why should? Yeah, no, agreed, Gavin. Though public officials should be earning more than 1.2 million. I think they should be earning less than that, Matthew. You know what they should do? I think we should put public officials should get paid the medium income salary of the country, right? If the lowest income, minimum wage is, maybe they get 20% or 50% more than what minimum wage is. Therefore, if they improve the country, that rises. Therefore, then they can get paid more, as opposed to just like what the fucking president did now. They gave himself a nice little raise like they do every single year. They couldn't give 2 inches of a fuck about anybody living in this country. They don't. They don't give a shit. I'm thinking that could happen. I honestly think that can happen. Just speaking of money in this country, I saw this as well today. This is it was just like pretty insane. Over 50,000 taxpayers cut ties with SARS. 50,000 in the last, I think it was over the, yeah, so South African Revenue Services says over 50,000 taxpayers have ceased to be tax residents in South Africa over the past 7 years. It sounds like a small number, right? Not really. Not if you take into account how many people are responsible for like something like 80% of the tax. I mean, this is why SARS is going after everybody to try and then you know what the government's doing? The government's just spending more on politicians and officials. It's really insane. It's absolutely insane. Let me show you guys this quickly. This is something that I think kind of goes hand in hand with it.
I like this idea.
Which one?
It's on the screen.
Saint Straggler. They should live like Hunger Games contestants. They only get anything if the public sponsors them. That is a brilliant idea. Absolutely brilliant. I'd pay them 16,500 per month, and yes, performance-based bonuses. 100%. That's the salary they should get. They should get double what minimum wages. That's what they get. If they raise anything in the country, if they do, yeah, you get a performance bonus at the end of the year. Also, like, strip away all the other shit. Just look at this. This was posted today, right? This is today. Only 2.4%. Now, this I think has gone down since like 2 years ago. 2.4% of South Africans pay 77% of all income tax. Oh, fuck. I mean, just try and wrap your head around that for 1 fucking second. Just 1 second. Just think about that. That means that 28 million people are being funded by 2.4%. Income tax makes up, I think, 40% of the 41%, something like that, of the budget. Corporate tax makes up 30-something%, and that leaves about 20-something% that gets made up by that. This is the big ticket item, is income tax. 2.4% pays 70% of all income tax. Fucking hell, right? It's like, talk about a clusterfuck waiting to happen. I know, this is just depressing news. I'm sorry, Doc Sean. I'm sorry. I really apologize. Over the past 30 years, tax collections increased from 113 billion to, I mean, I don't even, what's even point of going through this? And then this is to top it all off. Check this shit out. Where is this now? Sorry, I just want to find it. Oh yeah, check this shit out. I literally, I fell over laughing when I saw this. So from Action SA. Action SA reveals 3.7 billion rand in VIP protection bill as GNU ministers splurge on travel and perks. 3.7 billion. That's almost 4% of our, what is our GDP? It's something like like the amount of money that we bring in each year in tax collection is something like 1.4 trillion. That's close to like 2% to 3% of that goes towards making sure that the fucking retards that are like basically sinking the ship that is South Africa are protected. Why? Because if the fucking majority of people found out, if they came to the realization of how they're being screwed over, they will do a tire necklacing tomorrow. That's what would happen. I'm honestly 100% that would happen. They would just roll up to Parliament, bring some tires and petrol, and go, "Fuck you guys, cheers." That's what'll happen. And that's why the government wants to control podcasters, because they're telling them that. We're going, listen, look how these people are stealing from you. So of course they want to shut us up. South Africa's GDP was around 400. Where's that whistler? Damn it, skipped it. Here we go. Whistler says South Africa's GDP was around 400 million to 400 billion to 426 billion. Sorry, what I meant was I was talking about the amount of money that the national government brings in for funding with regards to tax, income tax, and corporate tax. I think we do like 1.2 trillion or 1.4 trillion. I think this is like 2 years ago. I can't remember the current stats. And apparently we spend something like 2.1. You know what? Accounting and math was never good at the ANC. See, the thing is, the ANC is a revolutionary party. They're not a management party. And like, as much as I fucking disagree with the DA, I'm still going. It's probably a better. It's the lesser of 20 evils is to vote for them. They do how to run stuff, and I mean their entire campaign is like we do the minimum, which I have an issue with. Right? You're supposed to do a bit more. I mean. The thing is, like the VF plus, the FF plus, like that. I mean, there's a possibility right there. The only problem is like we don't know what happens if are they able to run the country in the sense of having like how much it takes. I mean, the DA was struggling when they started having to run a whole bunch of 10 times more municipalities and shit like that. You need people for that. You need a shitload of infrastructure, and that could be an issue. Again, I don't have the answers. Hit the. How dare you, good sir? But yeah, that's all the shit I have. I did want to share something interesting with you guys. This is kind of off topic, but and I look at South Africa and I we look at all the shit that's going down and going, that's pretty cuck, right? It's a bit of like you look at it and going, fuck, we're so screwed. But then I look at other countries and I go like, well, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And I was kind of looking at the UK, and I saw this recently, and it's quite funny. It's not funny. It's kind of serious. It's a bit insane, if you ask me. Just want to see here. Oh, I hate it when it does this. I just need a few seconds. God, why does it do this? It's so annoying. I hate these websites that do this. Here's this, right? So buckle your seatbelt, good Darth Shaw. Investigation launched after NHS guidance suggests potential benefit of marriage between cousins, and not just any cousins, first cousins. And I'm going, you know what? Luckily, South Africa isn't that fucked, right? And I'm just, I can't. I'm going, I don't know which is worse. The fact that you guys can't figure out the difference between male and female, or that you think cousin marriage is potential a benefit. Oh, fuck me. There we go. Exactly. Explicit. Wait, where's the explicit comment now? Oh, fuck me. I missed it now. Yeah, the hills have eyes. Bro. It's idiocracy with with an arm coming out of your fucking head. This is insane. This is how indoctrinated a society can get, where you have people debating whether this is a good thing and putting it into just check this out.
Do they mention the benefits?
I don't know. Fuck, this thing annoys me. This little pop-up vibe that happened. Oh, there we go. Closed. That wasn't there. So the NHS is investigating after midwives were reportedly given official training material. So it's one of those, the ANC, well, we're going to investigate ourselves to find ourselves innocent. The material is from the fucking NHS, but they're going to, apparently was given official NHS. Just that it reads retarded. The NHS is investigating after midwives were reportedly given official NHS training material suggesting there may be potential benefits to marriage between first cousins. Just to give you guys an idea. The concept of first cousin marriage was outlawed by the church, right? This was somewhere before the Enlightenment. It was one of the reasons the Enlightenment was able to take place, because they went, oh my God, it comes out with 4 eyes and 2 heads, and fucking like, maybe stop banging your sister and your cousin. They banned it. The church banned, I think, up to the 4th cousin, like no one close to that. And they're going, first cousin marriage is cool. Bro, like, document was released publicly following the FO request, which promoted an alarm due to the increased risk of genetic disorders among children. I mean, the fact that people knew this in the early 1800s somewhere is insane, right? And somehow in the year 2026, they were like, you know what? This whole thing of like, yeah, you can walk off a building. What's gravity? It's fucking insane to me. Like, I don't have the words. I will never vote DA, never again. EF, I agree with you. I was making a what do you call it? Just like a hypothetical argument, right? I'm just going, I was putting more options in front of you. I mean, this is insane. In the UK, a child of 2 first cousins carries a 6% chance of inheriting a recessive disorder compared to 3% of general population. Again, I wouldn't trust this if you paid me. And in the spirit of that, I actually want to share this with you. And I remember this is from years ago, right? This is ages ago, but I think it considers a rewatch. I don't know if I shared this recently. Have I? No, I don't think so. But yeah, let's just have a watch of the too long. It's not too long, but have a little watch.
As soon as you talk about this incredibly restrictive, misogynistic culture that's based on an ancient series of rituals and beliefs, you become a race.
So obviously the context of what they're talking about is a little bit something different, but it kind of pertains to this. It does pertain to this. Again, this is one of the things that the South African government or the UK government would want to have me banned under this, new Podcasters Act, so that I can't share this with you guys.
Racist and a bigot by talking about a reality,
and they're not a race. You're talking about culture, and it's important to make that distinction as a Western chauvinist. That I think the West is the best. I don't care what race you are, but I don't think that other cultures are different. I think they're worse. And Islam is 500 years behind us. We were shitty. We had witch hunts.
Inquisition.
We had the Inquisition. They're not caught up to us yet. They're not as advanced. And I think
just for the guy from like the weirdos from News 24 that are watching this is not me saying this. I'm sharing someone else's opinion with regards to something. We're going to get there. They're making some other arguments, but just have a listen.
2 big problems with them as far as progress goes is the Quran is an exceptionally violent book. It doesn't have a 2.0 the way Christians do. And no one ever talks about this, but they have a major problem with inbreeding. They are marrying their first cousins again and again and again, and that makes your evolution go backwards.
And this is why the NHS is suggesting that first cousin marriage is okay, because obviously there's a massive import into the UK of a different culture. And but this was years before that. This is years before. This video is about, I think, probably like 10, 12 years old, right? This is like, I think, 2016, 2015 somewhere.
That's true. Where are you getting that from? I've never heard that before.
Consanguinity, I think it's called. Muhammad said it's okay to marry your first cousin.
For real?
And you do that once or twice, it's pretty bad. And you do it for 40 generations, and now you're going back in time. Look at Iran in 1965. Mini skirts, woman doing chemistry with test tubes, driving around. Hi, you want to go to the go-go hop later? And now just garbage bags. Oh, Gregorian chants everywhere. They've gone backwards in time, and I blame, obviously, the Quran and the culture and religion, but also I think inbreeding enables them to get hijacked by these radicals. I mean, we've got guys who think they can beat snake bites in America. Can you imagine them taking over Christianity?
Do you think, well, there are people in America, right, that do that still. It's hilarious.
But they're not taking over America the way they took over the Middle East.
You think it's the same? They're equivalent as far as their...
Yeah, I think Irshad Manji in the trouble with Islam, she says a weird group of wasabis just hijacked the religion and sent it into the Dark Ages. And I go, yeah, but how were they vulnerable to hijacking? Christianity couldn't be hijacked by the snake guys.
Never.
So why? And I think a part of it was inbreeding.
This is your own theory.
No. Look at
Someone else has a
Muslims and
theory?
inbreeding, major problem.
I've never heard this before.
Especially with immigrants in Britain, like the Pakistanis in London, they'll have all kinds of serious inbreeding problems because.
What was? Sorry, what was that? What was that? Oh dear. We're probably not allowed to share this, right? Are we?
That's an even smaller sample size you're dealing with. And every time I bring this up, people go, yeah, what about white people, hillbillies? They were inbreeding, or royalty, they were inbreeding. And I go, yeah. And it went real bad. It was a bad move. We learned the hard way. We saw Deliverance.
Well, this is the first I've heard of it, but
pull it up.
I'm sure. I'm sure you're not lying. You find anything? Strap yourself in for this. 70% of all Pakistanis are inbred. And in Turkey,
70%. 70%. But wait for it.
The amount is between 25 to 30%. More stillbirths among immigrants. A rough estimate reveals that close to half of everybody living in the Arab world is inbred. A large percentage of the parents that this is blowing my mind. Large percentage of the parents that are blood. Where's this coming from? What is this website?
I blog posted it before I came here.
PJ Media, but these are all the sources that went to this. This source is reproductivehealthjournal.com. This is a BBC investigation that went to it.
So listen to the BBC investigation in Britain several years ago revealed that at least 55% of the Pakistani community in Britain was married to a first cousin. The Times of India affirmed that, in quotes, this is thought to be linked to the probability that a British Pakistani family is at least 13 times more likely than the general population to have children with the recessive genetic disorders. Holy shit. BBC's research also discovered that while British Pakistanis account for just 3.4% of all births in Britain, they accounted for 30% of all British children with recessive disorders and a higher rate of infant mortality. What in the fuck? Labour Party MP has called for a ban on first cousin marriage. Medical evidence shows that one of the negative consequences of inbreeding is a 100% increase in the risk of stillbirths. One study comparing the Norwegians and Pakistanis showed that the risk of the child dying during labor increases by 50%. Wow. That is insane.
I also read somewhere that a lot of the symptoms.
I mean, that is absolutely next level, right? This is data from fucking years ago, right? They figured this shit out in the early 1800s. They figured out that this is when they banned. I mean, we can go double check it. When they initially, I think the church was one of the first to ban first cousin marriages because they saw what happened. Look at the America, right? The rednecks, they were, fucking the hills of ours. There's a reason you don't do that. And just a little bit more because it gets kind of worse.
Of inbred people are irrational rage, fanaticism, and they end up just describing ISIS.
Look at what it says here. That with the IQ points, it says findings on intelligence. Research shows that if one's parents are cousins, intelligence goes down 10 to 16 IQ points. The risk of having an IQ lower than 70, criterion for being retarded, in quotes. Are they using that word? Mm-hmm. Who uses that word? They use it like that?
Actually, mentally retarded is a literal medical term.
I've never seen it used like that. I've always seen it. I don't think it's a medical distinction. This is a real website. Yeah. The fuck are we reading from?
Retardation. Did they say retard?
No, it says retarded. It says retarded. In quotes,
see
it there?
Legal, yeah. That is the medical definition.
Increases 400% among children from cousin marriages.
400% increase. 400. That's insanity.
Let me say that again. The risk of having an IQ lower than 70 increases 400% amongst children from cousin marriages. An academic paper published in the Indian National Science Academy found that the onset of various social profiles like visual fixation, social smile, and sound seizures, oral expression, and hand grasping are significantly delayed among the newborn inbred babies. What in the Fuck.
Good name for a band.
Newborn inbred babies. Yeah.
It's insane, right? And then let me just quickly go back to that, because just to show you, just in case you were like, this is what they said. Here's the report. The UK two-child first coverage carries a 6% chance of inheriting recessive disorder, as opposed to 3%. Yeah, don't believe you if you fucking paid me. There are benefits to it. Are you absolutely out of your fucking mind? Absolutely out of your mind. And this is what happens when you have woke ideology dictating a government, right? Where they buy into this bullshit. It's absolutely next level insane. Sorry, I just want to see some comments here. Oh my God, Charmaine is just having non-stop issues with YouTube. Charmaine, I'm so sorry, babes.
They're censoring her.
They are. I think they are. This is how it starts. Okay, let's reduce them. I mean, we've covered most of the stuff tonight. Let's have some fun. I mean, again, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Sean?
On inbreeding?
Yeah. I mean, it's basically we're going back to the Middle Ages. But I mean, like the one part that kind of stood out to that whole vibe. So if you guys aren't aware, that's the guy that was interviewed is Gavin McGuinness, right? He's got a podcast called Get Off My Lawn. That interview was actually banned. So when Joe Rogan moved over to Spotify, there was a couple of podcasts that he had with a couple of people, interviews he had with people that somehow, I think, in the deal, Spotify went, don't. It's you know. And I also think this was one of those podcasts were removed by YouTube initially because it was saying things that they didn't like. These are known as hate facts, you know, because you can't. Some things you're not allowed to say. For example, like if it wasn't for Trump and like, you know, people going, this is insanity, we would probably been officially having to call people that identify as something they're not. We'd have to believe that, right? We'd have to pretend their reality is true, which is fucking insane. But luckily we're not there. Luckily we are where we are now. But yeah, man, it's a fucking madness, right? This is where we're going down fucking idiocracy. That's where we're going. And we kind of need to stop it. And this is the thing. Like the only way to stop it is to have conversations like this and go, guys, this is fucking madness, right? This is absolutely insane. But the one part I just want to highlight that he pointed out is going like, is the fact that like this is a lower IQ makes people more irrational. Right now, I look at the shit that's going down in America, and it's these communists, and I'm going like, well, maybe there's some fucking inbreeding happening there. Because there's absolutely irrational people going like, wait, we're gonna deport people who are here illegally. How dare you do that? Okay, but they're illegal. They broke the law. No, it's not breaking the law. It's like everybody, no one's illegal. No one's an illegal alien. It's like, yeah, you broke the law. It's like, I don't understand how people don't get that. It's like, it's really simple. One thing about COVID that I remember about COVID was the fact that it pointed out the idiocy of people. I had hope for the world. And then COVID happened. I was going, oh, shit. How easily people were indoctrinated. When I saw people driving past people sitting in a car with a mask on all by themselves, I was going like, I lost fucking hope in society and in the world. And then I started this channel and I started regaining hope. And there's people going like, yeah, this is madness. Stop telling them they are dumb and start talking to them. I mean, I'm trying to, but I mean, I'm not saying I'm not saying the people are, I think the crazy people, I don't think you can rationalize with some of them. If you've seen some of the comments, Aurora, some of the people, the interactions where you can't even have a rational or logical discussion with someone that is so far gone, there's no way of getting around them, right? You can't. The only way I see it forward is maybe going the Andrew Wilson route, right? Where you have to destroy their worldview. I think that's the only way forward, is to completely rip apart their worldview and go like, and then they'll somehow start thinking. Because it's propaganda. It's like we must stop feeding the propaganda to them. Like, you know, like, and I think for a long time, society was scared to say, listen, no, you're fucking wrong. What you're saying is absolutely insane. We were going, yeah, you know, if you want to believe that, go for it. And then we got into where we are now, where we're going, okay, wait, hold on, listen, what you're saying is insane. I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to, like, what you're saying is insane. That's stupid. That doesn't work. That's not right. That's false. That's not true. No, we're not going to live by your made-up fantasy world. No, we fucking won't. We're not going to bend the knee anymore. And that's what we did. That's what society has done for quite a long time. And I think we've gotten to the point where we go like, nah, no, it's enough now. There is no IQ. There will be no convo. Sadly, yeah. Like, listen, do yourself a favor, Aurora. Go watch some. You probably have, right? Go watch a bit of like, watch a bit of the interactions that, like, for example, Andrew Wilson has on the Whatever podcast, where people have a worldview. They don't even know where their worldview comes from, but like someone has told them this and they believe it. They believe it like they're holding something physical in their hand. That's how deep their belief runs. And it's difficult. It's difficult to get them. But again, that is the small, very vocal minority. The majority of people are like starting to go, wait, hold on, this doesn't make sense to me. And so, like, I do see there is hope for us, right? There is some kind of hope. Oh, fuck this chair. I have many. Fuck my life. Chair is being cocked. I have many. I've spoken to many EFF supporters, and what I got was stop attacking and start with logic. No. I agree with you. I'm saying again, what I was pointing out was the insanity. Like, how do you convince somebody that believes, right, that in first cousin marriage is a good thing, and you have an entire organization that's going, no, this is rad, guys, let's do this. And you're going, well, are you fucking nuts? And the problem is like, if you have an institution coming along going, no, this institution confirms it. Look what we had during COVID, right? Like the pandemic. You had doctors coming up going, well, yeah, no, like, put the mask on even if you're alone. Like, we fucking joking, you know? Like, never underestimate the idiocy of people in large numbers. But yeah, I mean, I've had conversation with EFF members, and when you point out facts and reason, I'm talking about the crazy extent, right? The small minority that's like, there's no logic and reason that's going to help there. You know, like, I have those interactions on X a lot where I'm just going like, listen, guys, let's think of this. This is a stupid thing. It's like, you white colonialist racist. And I'm like, okay, based on what? I mean, there's no argument or conversation to be had there. It's just, you know, do not attack first. Try and understand them and then explain your views. Yeah. You have X, right? Have you tried that? Try have a rational conversation with somebody on X that doesn't agree with you. That's like, you know, try it. I mean, I've had fruitful conversation with people before, but there's some people, again, I'm talking about the minority of people, the ones super indoctrinated. It's difficult to have those conversations. It's even difficult to have conversation with some people. They just like, they won't. Like, my whole vibe is I know X amount, and more information is going to give me a better view. My whole vibe is as well, is like, when presented with new information, I change my opinion, right? That's the vibe I have. Other people do not have that vibe. They're not willing to change their opinion. They want to be right. Censor, the family gets most people. The idea of being a son or daughter, husband or wife, mother or father is the importance of people doing what gets most people. It's not nihilism. It is the problem itself. Again, I would probably hearken on about like the Thomas Sowell's vibe of like the family unit is probably the most important thing. Is probably 100% the most important thing. I hear all of that. Okay. Anything you want to chat about though, Sean? Any interesting things that you've seen in the world? This is why RAM is expensive. This is your AI girlfriend. This is your AI girlfriend without makeup. Good one, Arvat. Yeah. Anything else on the cards? Any other topics that you guys want to chat about? Oh my God, that's terrible. Oh, here we go. Thanks, Arbot. Arbot actually shared. Jesus, dude, look, just have a look at this quickly. So this was a PlayStation that Arbot was cleaning, right? How? Dude.
Is it his PlayStation?
No. He cleaned someone else's PlayStation, and this is what he found inside. What are those? Are those bed bugs, or like termites, or like baby cockroaches? Oh fuck me, that's baby cockroaches, dude.
Oh my god.
This is. Have you checked your PlayStation?
What, you want me to take it apart like that?
Yes, look at the clean job, bro.
Fuck, I don't know how to start off with this shit.
No, that's insane. That's insane. Gross. That's absolutely gross. Yeah, it was a PS3 that Arbot cleaned. Jeez, holy shit. Oh, here we go. Sorry. So Whistler shared this earlier on. So he goes, yeah, look, based on data and projections for 2025, over 720,000 hours of video content is uploaded to YouTube daily. Like, fuck me, that's a lot, right? And if you look at it, most videos are what, like under an hour, half an hour, 10 minutes. 720,000 hours of video content every day. A massive volume of content breaks down to approximately 30 hours, 30,000 hours of videos uploaded every hour, 500 hours of video uploaded every minute, 30 days of content, 30 days of videos uploaded every second. That's insane, right? And you know what? Don't worry. The ANC is gonna figure this out, guys. Don't worry. They're on it. They're on it. Fucking hell. I don't have words. Let's see what else has people shared. Philip, inbred toilet paper factory. Y'all seen a loo paper? Yeah, it's like inbred people are not only it's not only the rednecks, man. But you're allowed to discuss the rednecks, right? I wonder if how good the HAD is on YouTube. How big, bro? I mean, the amount of hard drive space that they must have is phenomenal. I mean, Whistler will probably be able to answer that. This is why they built factories and factories and factories and factories of just hard drive space. Yeah, I mean, how many? Dude, there we go. Can we get a stat on how many cat videos there? How many hours of cat videos are there? The hate speech.
Yeah, but you got to stop that because it's got to be South African cats soon.
Yeah. Sorry. So you got to they have to have like South African flags on them, but not any South African
card as well.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show them that they were born in South Africa, and like quotas. Like also, like when they say quotas, the first thing I thought of like, okay, cool. Well, you can only be recommended 6% of like white YouTuber content. Because it's got to match the population ratio of the country, right? Where did you post that, Charmaine? Oh, wait, yeah, this is maybe I can share a short part of this quickly. Oh fuck, hold on, wrong button. Here we go. Oh, I love me some Andrew.
Causal relation. Islam doesn't mandate marrying your cousin. It's not like we're saying we want to keep IQ low, so marry your cousin. You keep getting the causal chain wrong about this. The second point that I want you to address is that when we look at IQ increasing, that is associated with more atheism. It is directly correlated with higher levels of atheism. The higher the IQ goes, the more people become atheists. This is a bad thing. I would assume that Christians would agree more atheism is a bad thing. I think that, yes, modern society is not all it's cracked up to be. I don't know if you guys have been looking around, but it seemed like I've felt, at least myself, that over the past 5 years especially, first with the pandemic and now everything that's happening in the world where World War III is about to break out, I think the modern world is a dystopia. I am waiting for, nuclear holocaust to destroy us all. I don't believe in this absolute value of modern society, and therefore I don't agree with your premise that high IQ is something valuable in and of itself. There are many things to point out being wrong or bad with high IQ. Again, I prefer to turn the clock back 200 years, where Christians had these traditional Christian societies. Muslims had traditional Muslim societies. Yeah, you didn't have a laptop. You didn't have internet. You didn't have cars. But guess what? You didn't have to worry about your wife having to, being in college and sleeping with every frat boy in the university, and you don't even know her history because of feminism. You have like LGBT degeneracy. You have elderly who are being shipped off to old folks' homes because there's not a strong family unit to take care of our own elderly. Children are being shipped off to daycares because there's not a strong family, strong marriage. Mom at home with traditional roles to take care of the children. I prefer the low IQ. I prefer the low technology society.
So to switch it over, Andrew, 90 seconds.
Can I just point this out? That none of those degenerate things that he just pointed out, which I agree with him, are the cause of IQ. I think you're having the problem with the causal link, sir. Let's point this out. And this is really important to point out. One more time, he didn't contend with the argument. The argument is, how do you make a superior society which is better for society? And you know what? All you've done right now is just argue this. Literally, I'm Daniel Kikikachu, and I prefer a low IQ society. That's his argument. Now, look, I did not expect you to bite the bullet that you would have a preference for a low IQ society, and therefore we should continue to have sex with our family members to achieve said low IQ society. But over here on the Christian side, well, we're just not willing to do that. So here's what's really important here to remember as the argument structure goes on. Daniel is literally giving a prescription at this point. He's giving you an ought. We ought to have dumb fucking people. That is his ought. My ought is different. My ought is you being intelligent does not restrict you from Christianity or Christian ethics. And we look at the IQ differentials in Christian nations, and we can see firsthand that that is true. So the thing is these are not mutually exclusive claims. When he says higher IQ leads to secularism, I could just as easily say higher IQ leads to Christianity, because all the Christians are way higher IQ.
Yep. Why is it that everybody wants to immigrate to a Christian country and no one wants to immigrate to non-Christian countries? I don't know. It's maybe something interesting to think about, right? Yeah, because the higher IQ country is better. Anyway. Yeah, what was that? Oh, yeah, sorry, Matthew, the thing Matthew sent me. Okay, Matthew, let me play your video. It better not get us banned, Matthew. It better not get us banned. Hold on, let me just cue it up.
How did it start?
No idea.
Oh, good Lord, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, that's good. Don't start fires, Matthew. Unless that was a vibe. By the way, Andrew Tate has converted to Islam. Think about it. Yeah, I kind of yeah. What was that cough? Which one? My cough. Yes, is Aurora. You're getting personal.
Who else? I didn't cough.
Well, I mean, did I cough? What was that cough about? Which cough? I had phlegm in my throat. It's a lot of talking. Because freedom prevails in Christian countries. There we go. 100% correct. 100% correct. Freedom prevails in Christian countries. Go Stomper, you down for some star rupture? Aren't you streaming tomorrow? Oh, you're gonna do? So yes. Listen, guys, if you haven't, please go follow Whistler. Whistler's streaming tomorrow night. Apparently, he's playing some stupid game called Star Rupture instead of a great game called Fallout 4. But Andrew Tate has something for his cousin. I'm probably, maybe that's why he's converted. I wouldn't put it past him. Good, Aurora, keep grilling him. Wait, what did she say now? Asking about my personal stuff. He's had a little cough. Good Lord. You're talking. It's a lot of talking right here, right? A lot of talking. Also, I think I missed a video from... Oh my God, did you actually wash the PlayStation?
Well, the cover, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yo. Maybe you can ask what do you call it, Arbot about your PlayStation, because apparently Sean's PlayStation sounds like a rocket ship, right? Does it still do that?
Yes.
Maybe you can get some pointers from Arbot. No, dude, I don't know. I would never take the one time I think my PS4, I opened it up to go look at just to clean it out a little bit. And then I looked through this whole manual thing, like, this is how you can take your motherboard off to get to the fan thing by the actual spinning fan. And I was like, nah, not doing that. Not doing that, sorry. Clean the fans, yes. Wait, don't dump your PS5 in the dishwasher each month. No, I don't think that's ever a good idea.
You can just put it in the bag of rice afterwards.
Yeah, there we go. Rice fixes everything. Darth, remove the Quan jams from your PS. What's a Quam jam?
I also don't know what a Quam jam is.
First time I've heard of Mork Rock. I'm still on PlayStation. I'm still on the PlayStation topic. Lol. Dumb question. Then it's skipped up somewhere. Do you two play online? And Darth Ron? Yes, we do. We do. Currently, we're not really playing any online games. What are you? You're playing? We're both currently playing Fallout 4, which is single player. We did have a stint with ESO, right? ESO was fun. We put way too many hours into ESO. That was some fun. At the moment, I'm not really playing. I'm more of like a casual player. I'd prefer playing single player games. That's kind of my vibe. Like for example, what was that? Some of the online games. It's just too stressful, man. It's like going what was the one game? Battlefield. Good Lord, I hated Battlefield. I played it for almost 15-20 minutes. I hated every second of it. I tried, you get in and then I get shot, and I'm like, and there's this dude sitting sniping, fucking 200 miles away, and somehow is able to shoot me. Clean and based. Needed talks. Yeah, that's the one thing. I think I fucked that up with my PlayStation 3 because I didn't have a torque security driver, so I literally just used a knife and I stripped the fucking heads. But luckily the PlayStation 4 came out sometime after that, and I didn't have to worry about it again. Can I drop my ID? Of course you can, dude. If anybody's on the PlayStation and want to join, go for it. ESO vomit, dude. You haven't even tried it. Arc Raider. I keep seeing vibes of Arc Raider. That looks kind of like Fallout? It's a little bit like that, or not? Not at all. Have you jammed it?
Arc, I've been wanting to, but
actually, yes. Isak, what Chantal said. That's definitely do that. We've got a Discord. Discord's in the link below. Join our Discord, and you can drop your you can DM us, me or Darth Sean, or you can pop it in there. It's if it's your PlayStation, there's not a lot of people in there, and you can post it, and then you can it's totally cool. You can actually add it to your profile in Discord if you're on Discord. I'm sure you're probably on Discord. Arc Raiders is epic. Have you jammed it, Whistler? Arc Raiders is when you need to use a welding machine correctly. Fuck me, that's brilliant. That's fucking brilliant, dude. That's a good one. Really, Philip. I tip my hat to you, sir. That was brilliantly well timed. I'm scared to say because now you're going to start. And I'm not going to judge you, Whistler.
I'm going to judge him.
Well, you can judge him. That's fine.
I judge everything.
Like Sickle met Discord. No, dude, it's really easy. Are you gaming and you're not on Discord, bro? What you can do is, if you're on your phone, download the app, if you're on a browser, you can just go like to Chrome and you can open Discord. You can run it straight from the browser. You don't have to open the app and stuff like that. Just log in with your Gmail account. It should be cool. You should get a notification, almost like any kind of sign up. It's really easy, dude. And then you can also if you want, you can also join Whistler streams on Twitch. He's our main gamer. He's our game professional. Do you want me to nuke your stream? Why?
Because I said I was going to judge him.
Oh, Mork judges everything. I do. Rainbow Sugar Pop. I do judge everything, but you're allowed to, right? I'm a pattern recognition machine. I kind of do judge people. Everybody judges people. I mean, I don't pass judgment on them. I go oh, look, he's wearing that hat. He's into this band. That sucks. Or he's a techno head or something. You will earn yourself some time in the naughty corner. Let's hear team speak. No, I'm not. Maybe Drautmann's asking Isak. Mork, ik het. Oh, you are? Okay, cool. Okay, that's cool, Isak. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, dude. What are you laughing at?
The dating site.
Dude, that's funny. Yeah, Sam, I've been trying really hard to kind of, I don't know where to find them though. Maybe I should do some more Twitch stuff. I'm trying to find a nice hot goth girl for Matthew. Because I mean,
he's been to that website that Whistler showed us last night.
No, I don't think that's not the right one. No, that's the opposite of what he's looking for. Mork, read that out loud, please. Read what out loud? Your previous comment. Let me just see. Your previous comment, or what must I read out loud? Aurora? In Africa. What? I can't. Don't. No, Aurora, don't give me Afrikaans stuff to read.
I'm assuming is it the Discord, the pumping one?
Does she want me to read it out loud?
Is that what I'm on? Is that the one?
I can. Is there many chicks in your Discord that like pumping? Fuck's sake. I'm moving to America if all goes well. Dude, that's like for realsies. Are you Matthew, are you gonna apply for like refugees?
Is that just to get a girl?
I mean, Matthew's up in Pretoria. It's like, maybe you should come down to Cape Town, buddy.
Go down to Cape Town and you'd find all types there.
Yeah, no. It is a bit more woke here, right? It's a bit more woke.
You just gotta pretend for a bit to be woke.
Darth Sean, what's wrong with your arm? What's wrong with your arm, Darth Sean?
Nothing, what?
Oh no, it's the red.
It's this thing. It's halfway through the stream, it gets boring, and then I just start cutting myself to feel alive. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yes.
You're such a knob end.
It's a key. No. Much more better.
Roaring.
Only with our husbands explicit. Yes, exactly. There are chicks, but they're all taken, unfortunately. They are all taken. And we run a clean Discord, right? So there'll be no what's it called? Proposition of pumping. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. That stupid joke about cutting himself is that deserves a Kamala. There we go. 6. Damn it! Is only at 6.
Right.
That's right. Something.
What are you on? Like 17?
Ask your emo girlfriend. Fuck you. I speak more. That's why you keep quiet. Is because It's because you don't want Matthew to give you like naughty points.
Maybe.
I love these. Arc rating welding machine. I really want to get Firefly. I just can't get myself over the vibe of paying for fucking Adobe. Jeez, it's expensive. Discord Mork 144. Okay. Let me just give me a sec. Yeah, it's not okay. It's not too long. Okay, got it. Thanks. 144. Give me a second. Oh, I like Lee Evans, dude. God, I hope. Okay, I'm trusting you. 144 against my bed.
I love Lee Evans. Play Lee Evans.
Be talking to someone and your wife knows they shouldn't know the next thing you're going to say, right? You'll say to them, oh, I saw your wife today up the high street with, and your wife will go, shut the fuck up. Now you look mental because you have to make something up. She was with the chicken. She was taken back to the zoo. But the orangutan said, no, you can't do that without a receipt.
The one thing that I love about Lee Evans is the weird thing is that, bro, the dude sweats like he is. It looks like somebody's dumped water on him when he does his shows. He looks like he is soaking wet every single time. They should just put an aircon that just blows on him the entire time.
Yeah.
No, I love me some good Lee Evans.
My favorite one is the one he talks about the keys.
About what?
When you're looking for something in the house, and then your wife always says, "It's funny. It's always in the last place you look." That one.
I can't remember that one. Charmaine, I can't play this. It's like 45 minutes long. That's you gotta give me a shorter clip, Charmaine. This is why YouTube banned you. This is why YouTube doesn't like you. Yeah. What else? Welcome to the group. Oh, there we go. Did people join? Mork Rock. What is that? Oh, you playing Fallout? There we go. This is what I like to see. You give me this is good. There we go. So Whistler's playing Fallout, and he's got something happening. He's got playing Fallout, and we're up there, and he's got some other screen. He's also watching. Oh, he's watching a double YouTube video. He's trying to hide it there. Look, he's put this thing over so it looks like we can't see that he's actually watching something else. We're on mute. That's why you can't even hear this right now. We're on mute, and he's actually watching this thing that he's hid from us. Bastard. Absolute bastard.
He's playing Fallout. Fucking just.
Windpomp. Listen, guys. Yeah, I don't want to stay too late. I really want to thank everybody for a great evening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope we didn't bore you too much. I hope you guys had fun. And we'll be doing our next show. Will be on Saturday morning. I think Dosron, you said you can't make it. You've got work.
Can't make it. Yeah, I got work.
Maybe I'll get the Whistler G to come hang out with me, and we can talk a bit of cuck. And then you can be in the comments, Dosron. And yeah, guys. Then Monday night we've got. I can't do Whistler double. Maybe I can. Whistler's got a third screen with us on. There's too much of me, really. That's too much of us, Whistler. What's that? It's like you're having a brandy and Coke. Hello, that's pretty cool of you. Clapping a branas there on a Thursday night, nogal. But yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Remember, if you're here, please hit the like, hit the subscribe if you enjoyed this. We stream if you're new here, we stream every Wednesday night, every Monday night, every Thursday night at 7:30, and then we do a Saturday morning show, 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning. It's just a fun, Saturday morning is just a fun chat. We hang out with you guys. We talk about whatever you guys suggest, and we just have a bit of, hang out, have a bit of fun. And usually what happens, it turns into us talking about cooking and braaiing every single time. And yeah. So thanks, dudes. Have an awesome evening. We'll see you guys on Saturday morning. Are you doing the sign that you need help there, Dosron? Are you distressed?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're such a knob-in. Cool. So yeah, guys, see you guys on Saturday morning or on Monday night. Have epic weekend, and yeah, be careful and be careful at it. See you guys later. Cheers. Bye.